talking about building confidence, even for you to achieve the kind of goals that you want to accomplish. A lot of us are so confident and so comfortable with where we have been and what we have achieved. We are just there. We have marinated ourselves in our past successes and failures that we don't even want to come out of it. We don't want to experience new things, and we really need to step out. Hi amazing people, my name is Marion Mwikali Ndung'u. Welcome to my platform. If you are new here, feel at home. We love visitors. If you are coming back again, thank you so much. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm trying to make this video as short as possible, of course, because of the timing and also the time that I have to shoot. I am shooting this thing at 2 a.m. in the morning. And it's really has been a challenge, but we're going to talk about it even as we're doing this. But anyway, welcome to 21 Mondays of Motivation. How are you doing? Okay, I hope that, like me, you are learning, you are relearning, you are unlearning things, because what I didn't know this thing was gonna be this difficult and this challenging, but I am glad that I am doing this because I am learning, you guys, and that is the important part. As much as maybe I might not at the end of the day accomplish what I wrote down as my goals for the 21 Mondays of Motivation, I am just excited that I get to do this and that I get to learn. I thought that it would be so easy, but it isn't. Okay, so don't mind me if you see me checking around this place. This is where my laptop is, so I'll be referring so that as we talk, we can just get around through Arakaraka, okay? So let's do this. Sindo, let's do this. It's one thing to encourage people to do something. It's another thing to walk the journey with them, because it gets even more complicated and more hard. So when we started 21 Mondays of Motivation, the first thing I told people is write down what you want to achieve, by the way, at the end of the 21 Mondays. And being my own boss, it has become challenging to set goals and to really follow them through, because at the end of the day, I have no one I'm not accountable to anyone. I don't have anyone who will call me and tell me, by the way, you get fired or you won't be paid at the end of the month. But you see, some of us that are in the workplace, we are so disciplined, we are so accountable, we are so, like everything about us works so well. But the main reason it does is because we are under submission. We are submitted to someone who at the end of the day will check your work. They will just look at how you're doing things, and they will give you a raise. They will add you a bonus depending on how you deliver and such things. But when you are your own boss, it's another ball game altogether. So one thing I told myself is that even if I will end up at some point in my future being employed, I still wanted to have my own business working for me and running for me. And the platform that I found, of course, to do things that I want to do and just be free and love it is, of course, YouTube. One of these places that you are just given the freedom to be your own boss and create, and at the same time motivate and encourage other people. So when I started out, I think in 2014, where I did my first upload, it was just like, why are people heartbroken? And we did a video. I was somewhere doing other things, and then a friend of mine had a camera, and she was like, you know what, we can actually shoot. And I think I had opened the YouTube channel earlier because I needed to support people that were doing music, some artists around my circle. So already I had a YouTube channel, I hadn't posted anything. So she was like, you know what, we can use the free time, because we didn't have electricity at the time at the office. There was nothing really that was urgent that needed to be done. So we were just seated, hanging, waiting for electricity to come. And because you can't leave the office before time, so we were like, what can we do with our free time? And she was a musician. She was like, you know what, Marion, I think you can shoot me. I do 1 or 2 videos. And then if you like, I can also shoot you do something. You've always said that you want to do and to be in this platform and Cutting the long story short, so I did her video, and I'm not very sure if I did very good work, because I'm not very good with shooting. But after we were done, she was like, you know what, I can do something with whatever you have. out of my head, I was like, you know what, let's talk about why people are heartbroken. And that is the first video I posted in here. And from there, it's been a journey. After a while, I think I did 2 or 3 videos with the same clothes, same day, same time. And I had the videos, and I remember in one of the videos, I was like, people, do not come at me because you think I only have one cloth. I just did these videos with one cloth one day. So don't blame me. And that was that. And then after a while, I was like, you know what, I still have this platform, and I started sharing out. People subscribed, and then I stuck at 200 or something subscribers. And then from there, it was I post when I want, I post when I don't feel like it, all this. And then of course, because of my busy schedule, at the time I was working, I was busy, I was up and down, I wasn't getting time really. And another thing, I did not have a good phone, you guys, to do even a shoot where I can just use my phone. And it wasn't excuses, it was like I didn't have a phone. So come 2020, my auntie buys me a phone, a very nice phone for that matter. And I was like, you know what, I can use my phone to actually be shooting. And I started shooting during that corona period. It has been hard, okay? Basically, what I'm trying to say is that when you are your own boss, my goodness, it's a whole level of accountability, a whole level of commitment, a whole level of just being goal oriented and sticking to your goals. Because at the end of the day, I think at the back of your mind, you're like, no one will come and ask me if I've posted or not. No one will be like, Sijui, I will fire you, it's my YouTube channel. No one will close it, or it will not be suspended because I have not posted. I have not even stated which day I'm posting, so it's fine, I'll just be surprising people, you know, and all those things. But walking this journey of 21 Mondays of motivation, this is what I've learned. I am not very good at keeping my word. And that is one thing I need to really work on. I am very loyal and very committed with other people and with other people's things. Like when I tell you that I will be there, even if I will come late, I will be there. But when it comes to my stuff, I'm not really giving it 100%, and that really pisses me off because I feel like, Marion, you have a lot of potential and you need to invest in yourself. That being said, I had goals. I had written them down, and if you haven't watched, please go check that video about things that we have written down, and you can write your own if it is your very first time to be here, so that we can move together. Okay, so one thing about goals is that they need to be specific, they need to be measurable, they need to be achievable, they need to be relevant, and they need to be time bound. Mine already is time bound. I have 4 months. Is it relevant? It is, because I want to grow my YouTube channel and it is in line with what I'm doing. Is it achievable though? And that is where my problem comes. Yeah, I said that I needed to get 5,000 subscribers to get to 5,000 subscribers within 4 months. That means if you calculate properly, at the end of the day, I need to be making either 47 or so, or 400. Let me confirm. I have my notebook. I'll write somewhere as the video goes. Like, I need to have a specific number of subscribers I need to get in a day. But what I've noticed since I started, I've only gained like, I think 7, if not 8 subscribers since then. So I'm like way below the number that I need to get in a day. So that at least when I calculate for the 4 months, then it will equate to the 5K that I had already written for myself. If you watch that video, I kept on repeating 500,000, but I did not mean 500,000. By God's grace, if I get there, oh my God, I'll be so excited. But I actually was talking about 5K subscribers. So in terms of achievable, I'm not sure how that really works. It has been really affecting me, and I get why we are talking about let it be measurable and really start small and make them manageable, the goals. Because the one thing I noticed is that I am getting really frustrated, especially if I check my subscriber number and it is not growing as I want it to grow in a day, and that has really demotivated me. But that does not mean that I will not stop really doing what I needed to do. I've been talking to people, calling people around, those that are already YouTubers, and I'm like, can you just post my link and just tell people, please subscribe to this girl's channel, she has amazing content. But at the end of the day, they have built their own credibility and their own channel with their own uniqueness and all this. And I get why they are reluctant to even like push me. And then the second thing is that a lot of them are asking for money, and as I am beginning, because I am my own boss and currently I am working under zero budget, it's difficult because I can't pay them, and I need to be, yeah, so that's where I was talking about I will do collaborations. That was one of my ways of making sure that I grow the channel, but it has proven really difficult. But the good thing about it is that I am learning, and I am happy. So what are we talking about today? Today we're talking about building confidence. And before I continue, let me say this. When I was writing down the goals, I noticed that one of the things that would hinder someone from really achieving them is the fact that, you know what, you're not really as psychologically prepared. So when you're writing your goals, make sure that psychologically you're prepared for the work that is coming with the goals that you're writing. The other thing is you need to come out of your comfort zone, because that is the one thing that has really kept me stagnated. I have been like, I will do my best, I will improve, I'll work hard, I will and all these things that we tell ourselves, but at the end of the day I'm not really giving it 100%. But today I'm talking about building confidence, even for you to achieve the kind of goals that you want to accomplish. So why are we building our confidence, and why is building your confidence very crucial in the foundation of just making sure that all the areas of your life are successful? It is because when you believe in yourself, you can really achieve a lot, and people do not know this. And the interesting part is when you are working for someone or under someone, when you have a boss, for example, most of you are employed, or majority of us, even if you are not currently employed, you have been employed. And the one thing that you know is that you're very good at your work, and you're very punctual, and you're doing all these things, and you're going far above and beyond what you really can do, because you know what, I don't want to disappoint my boss, because at the end of the day I need the salary, because you know, if I don't get the salary, then of course my lifestyle and everything will be affected. And that is the one thing that I think all of us should put ourselves and immerse ourselves into, even when we are doing our own goals and even achieving our own success. Because if you don't get to that place where you're like, you know what, my life, my future and everything depends on the goals I have written, so if I don't accomplish them, then I am failing. I am not just failing people, this time I am failing myself. I am not failing someone's company, I am failing my own company. And the interesting thing that I have been hearing a lot of motivators say is that until you discover who you are really hindering a lot of people from getting to know you, and also from being who they ought to be, because you know what, you carry their future. When you are doing your company, for example, right now it might look like it's a small thing, but you don't know, in the next 5 years you will be employing people, so they are waiting for you to start the business, to start the company, so that they can get jobs. So when you hear a lot of young people complaining that, you know what, we are jobless, take it upon yourself, because you are making them jobless. And that really has been making me wanna go an extra mile, because you know what, there are people that are waiting for Marion to start a production company so that they can get jobs. And I need to really do this, not just for me, yeah, for even people that really need my help. So that is why we need to build our own confidence, knowing that there are people that depend on you, and that you can achieve greatness by yourself without really having people telling you that. The other thing is also be self-aware, knowing what you can do, knowing your principles, knowing your values, knowing your strength, your abilities, your skills. You know, when you recognize such things, it is so easy for you to function in your area and in your sphere, and even in what you're planning to achieve, even in the 21 Mondays, and if moving forward in the future. So you really need to concentrate on your skill sets. What are you good at? I noticed that I'm very good at having a conversation. I might not really like communicate visually, I might not be eloquent, I might not be fluent, but the one thing I know is that when we sit down, we have a conversation, we will really have a conversation, because I'm a very good person at having conversations. And that is why I think that this channel will grow. Very soon, I told you guys, we will be having people that I will be hosting, and that is also another thing, because we are gonna have interesting conversations. That is my skill set. It's something that I'm good at. I love people. I love to see people grow. And that is why I am forever doing motivation, doing personal growth, because unless you grow, you cannot really achieve anything in your life. You will just be stagnated. So of course, those are some of the things that I know are strength for me, and it helps you in this way, because you know your strength, you gravitate towards it, and you avoid things that you're not good at. I won't go for things that are mathematical and technical, because that is not my skill set. I will not focus on going to do a course in engineering. Why should I do that? God, I don't even know anything about physics. So like I go to things that I am really good at. You get? So when you know yourself, it is so easy for you to know what can I do, and it boosts your confidence. Because right now when I'm having a conversation with you, I'm confident because I know what I'm good at it, and you cannot tell me otherwise. But I would appreciate your comments. But you know, and ujiamini, unajichocha, unajipuliza vifit, so that when people are coming to tell you all manner of things, you're like, ooh, I got me, I know me, and I'm good. Yeah, but of course we are open to learning and improving. So when you get positive feedback, you pick it, you learn from it. Even the negative one, you learn from it and you grow. Okay, so the other thing is embracing imperfections, and I will speak about this especially for all of us that are just getting in this platform where we are allowing people in our spaces and also using our face to sell whatever it is that we are selling. Okay, when you do not embrace your imperfections, you cannot communicate. And that is the interesting bit that I came to learn even when I was doing YouTube, and even just being a personality on my own and just blooming, is when you are not confident about your imperfections. Goodness, every time you are second guessing yourself, you're like, my neck, it is fat. Oh, my face, oh my God, it has acne. But you see, when you focus on such things, you know what, when you're telling me, I already know that I have acne, 1, 2, 3, I have 3 or 4 pimples here and there. And as much as we do makeup, you're like, I'm confident, like, I know. You cannot tell me something I don't know. I know that is something that is not good with me, and I'm fine. So when you identify your strength and you embrace your imperfections, then we go to self-care. You guys, you cannot accomplish anything without taking care of yourself, because at the end of the day, you are the most important thing. You are the most important person to make sure that you achieve that goal that you have set for yourself. So practice self-compassion. What do I mean? We are so easy to extend grace to other people. You're very good at doing compassion and being like, you know what, I think she needs some time. I need to be understanding. She needs to rest. She has been through a lot. Life has been hard for her. But do you practice that for yourself? Do you have self-compassion? Can you sit down and say like, yeah, well, me, I can't do this today, I'm not feeling well because I'm exhausted, I have been through a lot, I need time to think about things, I need time to digest what I have gone through. You don't even give yourself room. Yeah, and you need to do that. The same way you extend to the other people, extend self-love to yourself, of course. Set healthy boundaries, mtu wangu. Si kila kitu tu yes. No, have even some good no's that really help you grow and become better. I was telling someone that I really love that, you know what, don't just say yes to everything. It's not everything that you need to say yes to, because not everything is helpful to you and it is not growing you. And people really need to know that you have boundaries. Like, can you be that person that when someone wants to ask you something, they're like, I think she'll just say no. When it comes to that area and that thing, she can't say yes because that is not who she is. But kama wewe ni ule mse, every time people want everything, they come to you because they know, huyo ata flow tu, huyo tumeshamjua, ata flow. Anasemanga no, alafu baadaye anasema yes. But if you're that kind of person, then you need to set boundaries for yourself, because they are very healthy and they need to help you both professionally, of course, and also personal. The other thing is growth mindset. So we have talked about like growing and setting goals because we want to grow, but you need to see yourself, build that confidence of saying, I can do this, I can be this, I can learn to grow and to be better. The one thing I know is that I will learn. I have been checking videos on how to just be a good encouragement, a good motivator, being confident even as I speak. Why? Because I need to convince you that this thing is really working and it is there. But if I cannot convince myself that this thing is that, then how can I convince you? So I need to also have that convincing power. So I need to grow myself. I listen to other people. I listen to how they communicate. I am learning how to donate and how to speak words, because of course, coming from Cumberland, I have the accent, yeah? And there are things that are very hard to pronounce. Ooh, and when I am saying them, I feel challenged, okay? So I embrace the challenges that come, I won't lie, and there are so many, and I take them as opportunities for me to learn rather than obstacles. Then I have learned from my failures. I know that I am not very good with a lot of things, and I'm still learning. And the interesting part, because we are doing this together and you guys are here, we are learning together. So one thing that you need to do, especially if you want to come out of your comfort zone, is start small. Whatever it is that you are not doing, start doing it, but small steps, okay? And that is the way you get, and gradually continue challenging yourself with new things. And of course, every time you try, you grow, okay? So that really helps, of course, to building confidence, to even get to bigger steps and taking bigger steps. The other thing is, of course, as we have talked previously, embrace failure as growth. Because Mimi, the one thing I know is every time I do something, especially when I am really creating content, and you notice that some videos are really not getting views, they're not really getting the reception like you wanted them. You know, every time you're creating, you consider these things as babies. They are your creation, and you're like, this one will help people maybe, and you're like, hey, this one will really hit them differently. And then you look at the views that you're getting for that video that you thought would be the biggest, the best video of your life, and you're like, what is going on? Okay? And that really reminds me that, you know what, failure is part of it. It's part of the growth. It's part of the process. The times I miss on posting because things did not go the way I wanted them to go. I remember when I did the last 21 Mondays of Motivation, I think it was dubbed day 2. I was telling people that to just be in that place of expectation. I have a visitor, I am hosting someone, and then that Friday and during that week, things happen. The person wasn't being available. Then when he was available, I wasn't being available, and then it became a cat and mouse kind of chase. And of course, we haven't shot the video. I'm trying to see if I can get him this week. But yeah, and you know, it's so sad and so unfortunate because I had even announced him. So I was like, I go on YouTube and then delete that part and be like, people won't even be anticipating or waiting for him. So of course, even when he comes, and then, you know, those things. But then I told myself, because I've already introduced him, because I've already kept people anxious, I won't delete it. It's a failure for me, especially because I'm the creative and the creator. But again, it is a process of learning. It shows me that when I am really introducing someone, or when I get to that place where I am really bringing someone to the channel, before I even talk about it, I need either to make sure that we have already shot, maybe it's the editing part that is taking place so that I can introduce. But prior to that, I just keep my mouth shut, because you know what, it's a process of creating, so you need to really be quiet. So that is also something else. But you see, it's failure, but it's also a process of learning, and I am grateful that I am learning, because very soon I'm about to host people, and if it is gonna be as challenging as it was with this particular first guest, that is very close, by the way, to me, and when he comes you will know, but it has been so challenging to have a sit down and have a conversation. So I can imagine if I am getting someone from far away who has to come, and I have to organize their transport and maybe have to organize their lunch and everything, then of course again it becomes really, really engaging and very tiresome. But it's my failure. I am learning from it, and I take it as an opportunity to grow and become better for the other ones that are coming from fast, so that we can plan accordingly. The other thing is just get yourself good support system. Positive people, positive influences that uplift and inspire you. I've always said that every time you begin the journey of just growth, people will be against you. A lot of people, especially that know you very well, starting with your immediate family, will be against you, and not because they don't like you to succeed, it's because they know you in a particular way. I know people who know me and have known me as one thing. So if I am trying to improve myself to become better, they will already they will continue to see me in the older version of Marion. So until I become the new version and I maintain the new version, then they will still have the old version as their in their mind, and that is what they will be approaching and talking to me with. People that I've not met for 5 years, 6 years. I have dated someone a year, 2 years, 3, no, it's not a year. I have been married for 3 years. So I have dated someone 4 years ago. So of course when I was dating that person, there's who they knew me to be. And because we have not seen each other for a long time, for the 4 years, maybe in their mind, I am still the same Marion that I was. So even after marriage and babies and being a mom, they still expect maybe Marion to be the same one. There are things about you that really never change, especially the core values. But there's a lot that changes with seasons, with time, with environment, with even the new names that come. Of course, now, like as a mom, there are things really that you really have to be keen on. And maybe when you're single, you are not, of course. So, you know, there's that change that comes. But for someone who knew me 4 years ago, they will expect the same hyper, whatever kind of girl that they left. But that's not the me that I am. So what we mean, find positive influence and surround yourself with people who will uplift and inspire you, is because the people that are close to you, as I've said, knew you in a particular way. So when you start to change, they're like, no, you're just pretending. You cannot be that because we know you as this. So you have to find yourself with people and mentors and friends who will share your goals and values so that you can grow together. The other thing is celebrate your wins. This will help you because, of course, when you have the right support system, you share your achievement, they support you, they congratulate you, they celebrate with you. It boosts your confidence, of course, to become better. And the other thing is positive self-talk and affirmation. And this is very important for people that are working the 21 Mondays of Motivation. You need to affirm yourself every day. Repeat positive things. I can do this. I can be everything that I want to be. I can achieve this. I have the power to achieve the goals that I have written down for myself. Because if you don't believe in yourself, if you don't affirm yourself, you know, there's a lot of negativity out here. There's a lot of things that, of course, are acting as challenges that hinder you from even becoming what you need to become, especially for some of us that have been cooped up in our own self-confidence, in our own cocoon and in our comfort zones. So of course you need to like challenge yourself every day. You need to affirm yourself even when things are not working. Like the way I've told you guys, I have not been getting the number of subscribers like I need and I want, but the interesting part is that, you know what, I am still encouraged that, you know what, it can happen miraculously. I might just get one video, you know, like the way people hit. You see someone today, they were like very unknown, very like irrelevant, and then something so simple just happens and they're everywhere and everyone is looking for them. Like the nanny we saw, Juicy, and now she's getting endorsements and nice jobs and all that, and she wasn't even looking for the publicity. It just happened. So sometimes I'm just there thinking positively and I'm like, you know what, it can actually happen. And that is the other thing. Visualize yourself achieving these things, how good it will feel, the sense of accomplishment you will have once you have gotten and reached to that potential, that goal that you have reached. When you get to your full potential, like Marion, if I actualize my full potential as a human being, my goodness, the joy that will come with it. Oh man, every time I think about it, I'm so excited, and that really keeps me going even when things actually are not working. Okay, the other thing that we need to talk about is stepping out of your comfort zone. A lot of us are so confident and so comfortable with where we have been and what we have achieved. We are just there. We have marinated ourselves in our past successes, and failures that we don't even want to come out of it. We don't want to experience new things, and we really need to step out to do more, and it strengthens you for other things. So that is the confidence journey. With building confidence for me, I will put it in this very simple terms. I have given you ways that maybe you can do it, but this is the simple thing. You can achieve anything and everything that you put your mind to. And this is why you have all the potential to be everything that you need to become. No one can limit you, and that is the one thing that I am learning even as I am doing 21 Mondays of Motivation. And as I'm also walking the journey of motivation with people and just trying to grow myself, I am the only person that can limit myself from growing and from becoming what I want to become. I am the only person that can hinder me from achieving the goals that I have set for myself. Because maybe I don't plan myself well, maybe I don't believe in myself, maybe I don't even believe in the goals that I wrote down in the first place. I just wrote for the sake of writing. I have not visualized myself achieving the things that I have written, and so it becomes really hard to grasp. But when you have written down, you have digested, you have internalized, it has become a part of you. It is so easy, by the way, to achieve. It is like, you know what, I need to do this, I have to become this. And the one thing that I usually tell my husband when I'm even shooting, because sometimes I really shoot, most of the time actually nowadays I shoot very late, and it has affected my sleeping patterns and the way I do things. But for someone else who is looking from the outside looking in, when they find me maybe during the day I'm resting, they will think that this girl is lazy. This woman just got married and sat down and relaxed. And there's a level of compliance that came. But you see, I am also growing myself. And because the growth is not visible yet, because the fruits are not visible yet, people just don't see anything. So they're like, what does this girl do? What does she really do? You know, considering I was working full-time, I was being able to do a lot of things, and right now it's kind of tricky financially, because of course we have one income and I expect us to go to dual income, where I'm also bringing something so that we can grow together. And you find that there are question marks. But the one thing I usually tell myself is that I don't need to explain anything to you, as long as me and the person that is close to me, we know what we are doing. I know that when everyone else is sleeping, including you, because when you will be watching this video, I will have shot very late. As I told you, I began at around 2. It's 2:37 in the morning, and I'm still shooting. And I'm sure I won't do this vlog only, and I want to do maybe 2 or more because of the dynamics of shooting, so that I maximize on the shooting day, so that I also get time to edit. And it's really tiresome. It can be frustrating, it can be draining, especially when you're not seeing the growth. And this is to encourage you, if you are doing that journey, whatever it is that you're doing, as much as you are not seeing the fruits, stay committed, stay consistent, work on it. It will eventually work. The one thing I don't want to do, and the one thing that will be unfair to me as a person and to my growth, is giving up now because maybe I have not gotten the subscribers I want. Maybe because I've not gotten to that place where YouTube pays me. Maybe I've not gotten to that place where I get calls for me to just go and mentor people and through that also get income. But the one thing I know is that the more I am not getting, the better I am becoming. So by the time they are approaching me, I will not only have built enough confidence to now be very comfortable to say I can be a life coach. I will not only be very eloquent, I will also like have walked the journey. I will have gone through the pain, through the water and everything, and I will come out victorious. Why? Because I have been working it out at night when people are asleep. And I won't be apologetic about it. I will enjoy my wins. And this is to tell you this. Don't give up on your dream. Don't give up on your vision. People around you will not understand it. I am telling you, it is so frustrating trying to explain what you want to achieve in the next 10 years. Yet you look like nothing is working, and you're like, I want to achieve, I want to build, I want to do, I want to plant, I want to have this 10,000 chickens. And when they look at you, they really don't know, because maybe at this time when you're talking, you're in the process of planning. You haven't really gotten your foot in the ground to start the work. But be encouraged. You can do this. As I have told you, you are the only person that can limit yourself from achieving whatever it is that you have written down, whatever it is that you have envisioned to achieve. This is to say that until you believe in yourself, until you see yourself achieving it, you cannot have it. So you need to see it, you need to visualize it, you need to embrace it, and start working towards becoming that thing that you want to become. You start small, but make sure you make an impact. By the end of the next 10 years, when your name is mentioned, they will be surprised, because they'll be asking, where have you been all this time? But you have been through the process, working it out in the closet. So don't give up on yourself, okay? This is the reason why we have 21 Mondays of motivation. And not just now. Let's work it out even afterwards, okay? And I know it's gonna be amazing. It's going to be amazing, you guys. And I love you. And I thank God that you're here. And I'm happy every time I'm having this journey with you, because it is amazing. And I love you. I love you. I love you. Have a good time, and see you in the next vlog. Bye-bye.